Have you ever wondered how far a mother would go just to keep the illusion of a perfect family? My name is Laura. The day my husband hit me, my parents saw the bruise. And they said nothing. No questions. No hugs. They just dropped the grocery bags on the table and left like everything was fine. Like they hadn't just seen their daughter's face split open. He, from the couch, raised his beer and muttered, "Your family's so well-mannered." That night, I didn't cry. Not because I didn't want to, but because crying in front of him would have given him the show he wanted. I sat in the dark, my cheeks still burning, silence pressing down on my shoulders. 30 minutes later, the door opened again. But this time, it wasn't him who stood up. It was me. My sister Julia stood in the doorway. No coat. No smile. Just a black duffel bag and eyes that didn't ask permission. She stepped inside, looked at my face, and without saying a word, dropped the bag on the floor. She didn't ask what happened. She didn't need to. I pulled an envelope out of the drawer, one I'd been hiding for months. I placed it next to his beer. He didn't even flinch until he opened it. Inside, bank statements, pictures of bruises, voice recordings, including one where he said, "No one's gonna believe you, Laura. You're just a burden." He tried to stand up, stumbling. Looked at me, furious. "What is this?" he said. "Some kind of trap?" "No," I said. "It's the truth. And this time, I'm not alone." Julia was already filming. With a clean phone. No apps. Just video. He reached out, grabbed my wrist. But his eyes weren't full of rage. They were full of fear. The kind that comes when someone realizes the game is over. Police showed up 12 minutes later. He was still yelling when they cuffed him, saying I was unstable, that I was exaggerating, that these things happen in marriage. It didn't matter. The folder was signed. The recordings notarized. The judge didn't need more. But that wasn't the hardest part. The hardest part was calling my mother that same night. I told her everything. The photos. The blood. What I'd been hiding for years. She stayed silent for a few seconds, then said, "Laura, you shouldn't talk about those things with strangers. That's not what a good wife does." That was the only time I cried. Because I realized I'd been holding on to something that was never going to come. That some betrayals cut deeper than bruises. Like when your own parents watch you being destroyed and lower their eyes to avoid getting involved. I didn't sleep that night. I opened my laptop, wrote everything down, sent it to a journalist who'd once exposed a senator for abuse. If I disappear, I wrote at the end, tell my story. By morning, his face was everywhere. His voice, in every recording. His name, now tied to scandal. And mine, finally, free. Not for revenge. For memory. And for the ones still waiting, for their parents to finally look up.